The dawn of redemption. As dawn breaks across the heavens, the world seems to awaken from a dream of sorrow. The first rays of divine light stretch across an endless expanse of golden clouds, washing the sky in hues of rose and amber. The air trembles with a quiet, sacred hum, a sound too soft to be heard, yet deep enough to be felt in the soul. The heavens themselves breathe, and all of creation holds its breath, waiting. At the summit of a vast, radiant staircase that rises beyond the limits of vision, Jesus stands in stillness. His robe, woven from light itself, ripples in the eternal wind. Around him, the air shimmers with the living glow of grace. His eyes, deep as the universe, gaze downward with compassion that could melt the hardest heart. Beneath his feet, the staircase gleams, each step a fragment of creation, each golden tread a lesson of faith, sacrifice, and love. Far below, at the base of that holy ascent, a young woman stands. She is 20 years old, her youth still radiant, yet shadowed by the burden she carries. Her white dress is torn and stained by the long climb she has endured. Her hands tremble, not from weakness, but from the memory of darkness. Behind her, where the light cannot yet reach, the remnants of shadow twist and breathe. There, among the ruins of despair, the demon stirs. He was once glorious, a being of fire and pride, but now his wings are torn, vast black veils unraveling into mist. His form, once strong, flickers with instability, as though even the darkness struggles to contain him. His eyes burn not with anger now, but with sorrow. He reaches upward toward the girl, his clawed hand trembling in vain. "Do not go," he whispers, his voice like smoke. "There is no forgiveness for you. No light can love what is broken." The girl's breath catches. For a moment, the weight of every sin, every failure, every wound presses upon her heart. She feels the pull of the abyss, that quiet, familiar voice of despair. But above, the dawn widens. Light spreads like a promise across the staircase, and she lifts her eyes. Jesus stands waiting. He does not command. He does not call. He simply extends his hand, and in that gesture is all the mercy of heaven. The girl steps forward. The staircase hums beneath her feet, alive with divine energy. Each step she takes shines brighter than the last. Around her, the air thickens with warmth. Clouds swirl in radiant patterns, soft gold and rose, wrapping her in celestial embrace. The demon below roars, his voice echoing through the abyss, but his form begins to fade. His wings dissolve into mist, his cries swallowed by the growing brilliance. Halfway up, the girl stumbles. Her knees hit the golden step, and she weeps. Not from pain, but from the unbearable beauty she feels pressing against her soul. "I am not worthy," she whispers. "I have doubted. I have fallen. How can I be loved still?" Jesus' voice reaches her, soft as a breath. "You were never unloved. You were only waiting to see it." The words strike through every wall within her. She lifts her head, tears glittering like morning dew. The light around her intensifies, flowing into her wounds, filling the cracks of her spirit with radiance. She rises once more, her bare feet leaving faint trails of light upon each step. Below, the last remnants of the demon crumble. His shadow splits, his wings turn to vapor, and the darkness he ruled dissolves into silence. His final whisper is almost gentle, "Remember me," and then he is gone. The girl climbs higher, closer now to the summit where Jesus waits. The golden wind sings around her, carrying the voices of angels, a symphony without words made of light and love. Her heartbeat matches the rhythm of that celestial melody. Every breath she takes feels lighter, purer. Every sorrow she carried burns away in the radiance of grace. At last, she reaches the final step. Time pauses. The entire sky seems to still. Even the light holds its breath. Jesus stands just beyond her reach, his hand extended. Between them, a single step, the space between all that was and all that shall be. The girl hesitates, not from doubt, but from awe. Every part of her being trembles at the immensity of what she feels. The presence that fills all things, the love that asks for nothing and gives everything. She takes one final breath, and with tears upon her face, she raises her hand to his. Their fingers touch. In that instant, the heavens ignite. A wave of divine light explodes across the sky, not blinding but revealing. The clouds burst into radiant patterns, swirling like galaxies of gold and silver. The staircase glows so brightly it seems to melt into the firmament. The girl's white dress flares into pure brilliance, its fabric transforming into light itself. Her body becomes transparent, her soul visible, luminous, whole, and free. The demon's shadow far below vanishes utterly, leaving only silence. The world beneath the clouds awakens. Mountains shimmer, rivers gleam, cities glow as if newly born. Every living thing feels the pulse of that sacred moment, a ripple of redemption that moves through every heart that has ever yearned for peace. Jesus smiles. "You have chosen light," he says. "You are free." The girl can no longer speak. Her voice is lost in wonder. Instead, she falls into his embrace. As he gathers her into his arms, the light within her bursts outward, filling the heavens. Angels descend in spirals of luminescence, singing without words. Trumpets of fire sound across creation, echoing the truth that can never die. Love has triumphed. The golden staircase trembles, then transforms. What was once a path of struggle now becomes a bridge of glory, reaching endlessly into eternity. The steps no longer lead upward. They dissolve into the sky, into pure light. The boundary between heaven and earth disappears. The girl feels no fear, no weight, no separation. Her soul expands beyond her body, merging with the brilliance that surrounds her. In every direction, she sees faces. People she once knew, souls she never met, all shining, all smiling. Their eyes mirror her own peace. She understands at last that redemption was never just hers. It was for all. Below, the earth shimmers beneath the new dawn. The ocean reflects the sky's gold. Mountains breathe light, flowers open as if in prayer. Even the wind feels sacred, carrying whispers of healing across the world. Jesus releases her gently, though his light remains intertwined with hers. "Go," he says. "Shine where others still walk in shadow. Be the memory of dawn in their darkness." She nods, her tears now pure joy. Her form begins to descend, not as flesh, but as radiance, a living flame of compassion. As she passes through the clouds, her touch leaves trails of silver mist that sparkle in the sunlight. The light does not fade. It follows her, wrapping the world below in warmth. The demon's realm, now empty, begins to heal. Where fire once burned, flowers of silver bloom. Streams of light flow where chains once lay. The echoes of torment are replaced by silence. A silence not of absence, but of peace. Even in the deepest pit, redemption has left its mark. The golden staircase remains visible for a moment longer, then dissolves completely into the light of morning. Only the wind remembers where it stood. On the earth, a young woman stands upon a green hill, her white dress now clean and luminous. The sun rises behind her, casting halos through her hair. She breathes deeply. The air feels new, alive. Around her, the world hums with quiet gratitude. Birds sing as if echoing the choirs of heaven. She looks upward and sees, faintly, a figure of light far above the clouds. Jesus, still watching, still waiting, still loving. Her heart fills with peace beyond words. She whispers softly, "Thank you," and as she speaks, her breath becomes light, joining the morning air. The world below continues. People wake, the sea glitters, life begins again. Yet something invisible has changed. Somewhere in every soul, a spark has been lit, a whisper of hope, a memory of light. They do not know her story, but they feel its echo. The girl walks down the hill, her bare feet brushing against dew-lit grass. Each step leaves behind a faint glow that fades only slowly, like starlight. She is no longer what she was. She carries heaven within her now, the reflection of the divine, the fragrance of forgiveness, the calm of eternity. And above her, the dawn continues to spread, endless and alive. It will never fade again. The light has won. Jesus remains at the summit, the eternal shepherd, the guardian of every ascent. His arms are open still, for those who climb, for those who fall, for those who are not yet ready to believe they are loved. The heavens breathe once more. The story of redemption has no end. The dawn that broke across the heavens has never set again. The triumph is eternal. The light endures. And the girl, reborn in grace, walks the earth as a child of the dawn.